Ladies and gentlemen.
So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about top 10 Power BI interview questions. Top 10 means these questions are going to be asked to you and I am going to tell you how confidently and what you exactly have to answer at that time. So don't forget to watch the complete video because I am going to take you through each and every question and the answers as well. So let's see what's the question number 1. So the question number 1 is that interviewer might ask you a question, explain a bit about your latest Power BI project. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to focus on 4 things. First should be the problem that you are trying to solve using your Power BI project. That what was the exact challenge of that particular business that you try to address. Second should be your role. You have to highlight your role, that what exactly was your contribution in that project. Third should be the technical aspects. It means what all you have used, that what was the data source, what was your modeling techniques, and you also have to mention the visualization that you have used in your project. And the fourth and the last point that you should mention should be the result. That's a very important point because they are looking forward to the one who is ready to make improvements, who is willing to show, giving benefits to the organization. So you also have to quantify your results in terms of benefits and improvements for the organization's prospect. So let's see the second question. So they will ask you how to handle missing values. What's your way of handling the missing values? So in this case, you can mention 3 points. The number 1 is that you have to tell that first thing that we have to do is to identify the missing values. Identify the missing patterns. So in this case, you have to also understand, you have to also mention the nature of the missing data. That missing completely at random or missing at random or missing not at random. So these are certain things that you need to mention over there, and then you also have to choose the appropriate techniques. So that also you have to mention that I used imputation, I deleted some rows, I did modeling based on the data characteristics and business impacts. And the third point should be the data quality. That on the basis of the business challenge that you were given, on the basis of that I have done these data quality formation. You can access the impact of the missing data on the analysis and the reporting. That is how you have to answer this question. So let's get back on the third question. The question number 3 is what is DAX exactly, and give an example of the DAX function. Now what is DAX? DAX means that data analysis expression. So this is a kind of a formation, you can say this is a kind of a expression that has to be written on the Power BI platform that will also help you to create calculations and create measures that may be related to the new column or the existing column. Second thing, you can give an example that how exactly the DAX will work. So let's suppose I wanted to calculate the sales. As per the sales amount, I wanted to calculate the total sales. Then in that case, I have to use the sum function on the sales column and the sales amount. So that is how you are going to calculate the total sales amount. There are many more functions which are called DAX function, like you can use calculate function, you can use filter function, you can use agrex function. So let's see what's the question number 4. So the question number 4 is how do you disable a graph that is changing dynamically? So we make graphs that is, we make it annotate, right? So that other person who is going to view it can filter it according to their convenience. So if I wanted to disable it, then how I can do that? So simply you have to say that for this you have to go to the edit interaction feature, and this will allow you to control which visualizations are affected by the slicers or filters. On the basis of that, you have to uncheck that particular visual that you wanted to make disable. Let's see what is the question number 5. So the question number 5 is that you have to explain RLS and how do you implement RLS. So RLS is basically row level security. Row level security means this is a kind of a feature that controls data visibility. You can say on the basis of the user role and the user attribute as well. So if in case of the implementation, you have to also mention that you have to create a role and then you have to assign them to the user, whichever role you wanted to assign to that particular user, you can do that. And you have to also define the security filters based on the user's context. Suppose there is a second person who has, whom you have allotted that, then in that case, you have to make sure you have done this. The best feature is that you have to implement the performance implication and test thoroughly whatever you have done in the RLS.